Ding, ding, ding. Okay, it's on. A quick Q&A today. We have a bit of a photo shoot going on. Do you see in the background? Oh yeah, I wonder what that is right there. Ding, 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 ding. What's that? I guess you'll find out soon. This is weird. Haven't I done these in a while? It's weird talking to myself in the quiet, in the dark. Looks like the connection is shit. I'm all blurry. Okay, so we have some... I have 30 minutes today, only. I'm on a strict time limit today. So it's gonna be a short live. And of course I just start the live and then someone arrives. Of course, typical. So we have a few people on from Florida, Adelaide, Melbourne, New England. Volume is low. Okay, let's fix that. How about now? Is that better? Is it still low? My microphone is a bit weird with these things. Let's see. Sound settings. There we go. Now it should be good. How about now? Ontario, Canada, Michigan. Oh yeah, there was a one-lap video. We could watch that. One-lap video of the Mayako buggy. People thought it wasn't me driving because it looked too good. I guess I'll take that as a compliment. I mean, anything you really say it will be a compliment. Either I'm a good driver or the car is good. Okay, we got a guest. Just aloitin live. Sitten äijä tulee tänne häiritse. Meillä on puolen tunnin live. No voit sä tulla? Sä näet tuolla taustalla, kun se äijä menee. See, I have these gypsies, local gypsies come here to use my microwave. What a joke. No käy ite laittaa. Varo kaikki noita johtoja. No kävele sit vaan sit. It's ridiculous, folks. See? Okay, don't mind him. So where are we? We got some questions. So ask questions. I'm probably gonna miss them. That's why you have to pay me big bucks so I can see them there in the super chats. But I got some questions on Instagram. So let me check those. If I can remember how this works. Okay, there we go. A whole bunch of questions. Okay, here we go. We even have someone from Malta. Malta. How do you say that? Malta? Malta? Cardiff, UK. We're global. We're global here at JQRacing. Okay, so how long will Black Edition parts be available? They will basically be available as long as there are JQ cars on the tracks. So I would say the next few years there'll still be JQ cars on the tracks, so that's how long parts will be available. And will Beach RC remain a JQ parts dealer? Yes, and JQRacing USA will still be available for all Americans, so you can still order the JQ parts on there or on Beach RC. Same guy asking a third question too. What was your setup for the times you ran at Thunder Alley? Actually, we've had some issues here with our website. I don't know why. Let me check if it's working now. I'll put a link. I'll actually put a link in chat for you for the setup sheets. I'm typing on the wrong laptop. What an idiot. Let's see if it's working now. Looks like it, yeah. Now it's working for some weird reason. Well, that's good then. So if you go to stories.jqracing.com, guides and setups, then Black Edition setup sheets. There you can find the Thunder Rally setups. I would say that the Vasa setup is pretty much the same as Thunder Rally. But they're also actually from Thunder Rally. So I'll put the link for you in the chat. There we go. Okay. How do you get more speed coming out of a sharp corner? Let's address that when we watch the lap video. Let's talk fuel. Why do people say this fuel is better than that fuel? Aren't all fuels the same? Well, no, they aren't, because the key ingredient really for us in the fuel is, I mean, I think most companies, nitro is nitro, methanol is methanol, but the oils, that's the key. So the quality and the what's the word I'm looking for? The quality and the sort of spec or the grade of oil, the type of oil that is used, and also how much of it is used. That really affects the engine performance. And also there's some fuels only use synthetic oils, others use castor and synthetic. And most engine manufacturers that I have spoken with, they think that the best mix is synthetic with a bit of castor oil, because the castor oil, it actually reacts with the piston material and it forms this sort of surface on the piston, and you don't get that if you just run synthetic oil. So the oils is what makes the biggest difference in the fuels we run. And also some fuels I think have some additives in them for sort of almost acting like after-run oil, in the sense that when you let an engine sit, it makes sure that all the parts are still coated in oil and that they can't start rusting and with water getting in or humidity getting in the engine and rusting the parts. So the nitro in the fuel actually, it sort of absorbs the moisture from the air. So if an engine is just sitting, what happens is like moisture starts building up inside the engine and it can rust. So a bad fuel will let the engine rust on the inside if you let it sit. Good fuel, you just open it up, it will just look like you just ran it yesterday. You know, all the parts are coated in oil and it's nice and clean inside. So yeah, so the fuels do have differences. One is performance differences, so how easy they are to tune and how much power you have, how clean it runs. And then the second is just for longevity, how long the engine lasts, and also if you leave it for a while, how well it coats the parts and keeps the engine in good condition. So I guess those are the differences really. And also the difficulty for us racers is that even between different batches of the same fuel brand, you will often see differences. So you can have a brand like this batch is now really good, then the next batch there are some issues. So it's not as easy as thinking that okay, this fuel brand is good and that's it. No, the quality seems to fluctuate regardless of brand pretty much between batches. So that's a bit of an issue. Okay, boom, we have some super chats. That's nice. Thank you very many. Let's see. how does this work now? There we go. View activity I have to click on. Here we see Dabondi asks, show us the red buggy in the back without body. Thanks for your YouTube content and lives. Watching it all as Mugen driver. Well, that's good, I guess. We have Mugen drivers watching. Because UK and Mugen not. Whoa, 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 whoa. Take it easy. So if that's the case, then maybe for 2022, maybe you should still stick with the M and become a Mayako driver instead of a Mugen driver. Sort of natural move, I think. That would be cool. But thank you, Debondi. So it's actually orange. So that car is actually orange, and you will see under the body at some point, but not today. Not today. And ADS RC Racing or ADS RC Racing, I don't know which one. Looks like he's from the UK with £9.99. Are there any up-and-coming talent that you have been watching? I recently seen videos of the Like brothers and Mike Oxmells. Oxmel, is that a real name? Mike Oxmells in the UK, and they are really quick, even so young. Yes, there are a lot of young, fast drivers in the world. I think something that Mayako will do, but that's hard to do, is sort of find the right young guys to support. When I say the right young guys, it's someone like David Ronnefalk, for example, right? He was super young and fast. Kyosho supported him, Orion supported him, and he was loyal through up, I mean, still is. So he grew up, started winning races, won European Championship for Kyosho. So he stuck with the same brands who started supporting him when he was young, won a European Championship, wanted to make it his job, and then switched to HB, but still stuck with Orion. So those kind of people are few and far between, really. What tends to happen is sort of what even happened with Kilic brothers. So you have Nemo Racing, John Hazelnuts. He supported the Kilic brothers and the whole family really well for many years. And when you do that, yes, you have some sort of, what's the word? You have some return on investment in that case, because Germany is a big market and they were able to sort of sell Agama cars in Germany. Also, I think partly or greatly thanks to the Kilic brothers, because they were running it, doing well at races, being visible. So they were able to sell. But the real sort of return on investment, if I can use that term, is when a young driver that you support start making it big on the big stage, like European Championships, World Championships, the bigger races, right? So then what happened was Kilic had one good race, podium at European Championships, and then immediately switched to Mugen. So that's always the trouble in these situations, where finally when you are supposed to sort of reap the rewards of all those years of support, and then typically someone comes in, gives an offer, and boom, they're gone. So that's the downside of picking these youngsters up and supporting them. Yeah, you can, if you want to sort of see your brand as one of the big brands, not a brand that sort of cultivates young talent and then they go off somewhere else. If you sort of want to keep them around and want to do the winning yourself. So yes, there are a lot of young talented drivers out there, and Mayako will be supporting a good group of young drivers with the aim of making them and helping them, supporting them to become top drivers in the world. But who they are, I don't know at this point. Okay, back to Instagram questions. And then we have to watch that video. Active rear toe. I think that active rear toe is more of an on-road thing, because in off-road we have jumps and bumps and it becomes a bit difficult. On smooth tracks you can have some benefits when you add some active toe. So basically it's rear steer. The rear wheels are kind of steering. They have bump steer. Maybe it could work in 8-scale off-road on many of our smoother tracks that we have now, but it would take a lot of testing to get right, I'm sure. So as of right now, it's not really a thing. Also, you would have to build it quite durable, because especially the rear tires, they take some pretty heavy hits. So it would add some weight also. Yeah, maybe not. Maybe you could just... I mean, yes, it would definitely add some weight, but maybe that wouldn't really be such a big issue. Maybe one day in the future we'll see something like that, but I think the benefits really lie on the sort of more on-road type situations. Also, what time do we actually watch without missing this live? Well, that would be right now. Jackson Lovelady, that was his name on Instagram. He also asked about Active Toe. Would you join the EFRA organization if you had the possibility? I would actually. So they have these working groups. I would happily be in a working group. But, for example, working group for media or working group for race formats or something like that. But I don't know if I would have the patience for it, to be honest. Sort of. I'd kind of get it done and then move on. But they don't seem to work that way. So I would go, but I'm definitely banned for life. I can't go there. I can't work with EFRA, I think. I would, but I don't think they will. What are your RC racing goals for the future? Join any big races if possible. Okay, so I have, I guess they're all personal goals, but in different ways. So my personal goal for my own racing would be that now with the Mayako buggy, I would like to be in a situation where I can go to the track more, I can develop the car more, and also practice. So testing and practicing are two different things, in my opinion. So I'd like to test and develop the car, but also put time aside to practice and improve my driving. And I would say that my personal goal would be to go to a big race with everyone is there and have a result that I just have the feeling inside that I did a good job. So I don't really know what that is, but that's kind of my goal. I just want to have a big race where everything goes right and I do my best, I have a good result, and I'm proud of that result. Like, that was really good. That's my goal. I think I would feel content with that. And then I also have other goals, which is I want to see the car that I am developing do well. I want to see it become the car where a top driver in the current era runs it and wins with it, and it's sort of the car to have in that sense. That any track we go to, we get it working really well, and the driver is competitive, and some tracks even has an advantage because of the car. That's my goal. And then that's really my main goals. And other things to the side of that are then, just building the brand and creating something a bit different in the industry. But those things are better left unsaid. Like, you'll just experience it and see it when it happens. So, yeah, that's my goals, I guess. Thoughts on S-Works and also the use of VRC Pro. So S-Works, I've said this before, they're sort of slowly moving out of this, but I've always felt that S-Works is the kind of brand where now their car actually looks good and it's its own thing. It started off more as just a copy, but now it's sort of its own thing, and it looks good, and the pictures of it look good, and look at Boots' car at a race, it looks really good, I think. They have really good drivers also in Canas, Boots. They had Cavalieri. There's more in Europe, for sure. I can't think right now who they have, but they have a bunch of good drivers. But the thing that still gets me somehow is that, and this is hard to achieve for a new brand, I get the feeling that people don't really care. So, you know, Kyosho, people care. They're passionate Kyosho supporters, Kyosho for life. And that's because of their legacy. One time they were winning all the races, were like Ferrari, you know. It's just the best, you know, the best car winning all the races. You needed a Kyosho if you wanted to win. You know, it's not that case anymore and hasn't been for a long time, but that legacy has stayed. Like that meaning of the brand and the passion for the brand Kyosho is still there. Mugen, kind of same thing, and it was also from back in the day where it was Kyosho and then the underdog and the sort of the rival was Mugen. So those two brands, iconic brands that people really feel something for, you know. And the same is now X-Ray, for example, has a bit of the same thing. They've been around for a while also, but they built it by the way they branded their stuff. People love it, people hate it, people have an opinion. They care about X-Ray on some level. JQRacing, because of me and my personality and everything I've done in RC, there's people who love what I do, really enjoy it, support it. There are drivers who have tattooed JQRacing against the odds, these logos and stuff on their bodies. That's pretty insane, you know. So to build a brand, to make some sort of impact on the industry and make people care, that's hard to do, but it's vital, really. So there are people who like what JQRacing stands for and has done and does, and then there are people who hate it because they hate me, they hate everything I'm associated with and what I do. So that's good because everyone talks about it. So it's a love-hate thing. But with S-Works, I've always felt that people don't really care. It's like, it's just some Taiwan brand. It's just S-Works. It's just like, meh. You know, so if all the top guys left tomorrow, I think S-Works would just fade away and die. Sort of a few guys in Austria would run it. That's my feeling. But with JQ, it's not that way. That many drivers who run it don't run it because there's some top guy winning races, because there isn't, you know? So that's what I think about them. So they have a good car now, they have good drivers and results, they're spending a lot of money on their brand or on their whole thing that they have going for them. The next step needs to be a reason for people to care about S-Works, you know? So however they achieve that, I don't know. But that's my opinion. Dual rate on steering just for pussies or also used by pros? I think maybe sometimes, but I think most pros probably don't use dual rate for 8-scale off-road at least, I think. I think servo speed is something that some drivers use. Expo, sort of smoothing out throttle or steering by some negative expo, or slowing down your throttle a bit, the servo speed. I know some people use those. But dual rate, I'm not sure. Normally the thing is that you don't really have too much steering. You just sort of don't turn the wheel all the way. If you are losing the rear end of the car, it's something else. Like, okay, maybe the response or a problem with the setup. But when you have a good car, even if it turns too much, it doesn't really. You just turn the wheel less, and then you have more steering for when you need it. Like you're in a battle with someone and you want to cut down them, or you're offline, or you're sort of too close to the pipe and there's a hairpin coming, or you're defending your line from someone, then it's good to have that extra steering. So I think most pros don't really mess with that. Okay, I think that was most of the Instagram's questions. Okay, side note. I'm gonna show you something. Where did it go? Check this out. So these are some goggle bags made in Nigeria by this lady that JQ Threads sent to school, dressmaking school, a year ago, over a year ago already. So we did that by figuring out something that she could make for JQRacing to sell. So these are all different, you know, fabric goggle bags that we'll put up on JQRacing.com and start selling. So I just thought, I just took these pictures yesterday. Never really tried taking pictures like this, but I was surprised they turned out pretty good. What do you guys think? Thought I had more pictures somewhere. Oh yeah, there's some more. Yeah, so there are these goggle bags and also then sunglass pouches and then iPad or laptop bags, pouches. So yeah, these will be on JQThreads.com in a week or two. Basically, the idea was to figure out a way to, instead of just sort of giving someone money, figure out a way to where it's a business. You know, she makes these, buy these from her and sell them, and with that money, then she can go to school and learn dressmaking and start her own business making dresses and accessories and stuff, whatever she wants to do. So this was just a way to provide an opportunity for someone. So I think they turned out pretty good. What do you think? I haven't been reading the comments at all. Yeah, I took these pictures. I took these pictures last night. And they haven't been edited or anything. So I think if someone still got this and like removed dust and like really knew what they were doing, I think they would be really good. Because this is already pretty good. Let's remove me. There we go. Why can't I change? Doesn't allow me to change a picture. I don't know what's going on there. I don't know what's going on. Anyway, hey, let's find that video. Where was the video? I know I have it somewhere. Go check out JQ Threads on Instagram. So there are a few pictures that show the goggle bags and then her making them and sort of tell the story a bit. So go on JQ Threads Instagram and you'll see. But now we need to find the video. Where did I save it? The constant struggle of finding shit on my laptop. I have, okay, I know I have them here somewhere. Yep, I think it's this. Here we go, here we go. Wonder if you'll hear this too. Jesus Christ. The struggle is real, folks. The struggle is real. Okay. Okay, so this was in, are we still online here? Are you following me? Oh shit, we are over time. We have to be done soon. Okay, here we go. Let's watch this. So this was Madrid, the Buggyland track, Miguelo's track. Fuencarral. This was when it was higher grip. There's another video after the rain. Watch that line. That was an awesome line. Fully legal, I'm sure. So I was here for 9 days testing. High grip, low grip, all kinds of different things tested. Wonder if this is where I... No, it's not. There was one with an epic crash at the end. There's another video too. Let's watch that. So this was after the rain, so lower grip. It was a good track to test really, because there's big jumps, there's all kinds of different corners, like this corner coming up here. When it was grippy, you kind of want to flip over there. There's some tight corners. Someone was asking how to get more drive out of tight corners. I usually struggle with that. To be honest, the best way is just to maintain more corner speed around it. Here, for example, oops, messed that up completely, just pushed. I mean, the best drivers, I think, they are able to maintain more speed. They're able to maintain more speed even in the tight corners, and thus their exit speed is also faster. As for car setup, you know, thicker diff oils, more anti-squat, those kind of things help drive the car more forward. Or even longer upper links, they also help with forward drive. But yeah, diffs is a big thing. Like this corner coming up, this hairpin, like exit there, real snap, like engine tune, clutch setting, like heavier springs in the clutch, thicker diffs. Those things really help for drive out of a corner. Okay, we had Mike Driscoll. Thank you again, some pounds. So UK guys are strong here in the super chats. During the transition from JQRacing to Mayako, will there be price reductions on the Black Edition? Okay, so actually that's a good question. We don't really have price reduction per se, but we are actually combining the e-buggy and nitro. So right now, if you buy a JQ Black Edition, make sure you ask and make sure that it includes a e-buggy conversion kit. So you basically buy one kit, but you can make it into a nitro or an e-buggy. And the reason for that, for the same price. So that e-buggy conversion kit is free, basically, for you. So the reason for that is that we expect some JQ drivers to switch over during the summer to the Mayako. But we still want them to be able to run the whole beginning of this year with a good car, new car. So they can get a new JQ, run it as a nitro, switch over to the Mayako nitro, and then switch their JQ into an e-buggy without buying any new parts. So that was the thinking behind that. So that's one thing. Also, JQ drivers actually are eligible for a sort of smoother transition to Mayako. So outsiders, they have to get the membership and then they buy the prototype. JQ drivers, they get a discount on that. So they still get the membership and they buy a car, but it's quite a bit more affordable for you guys, you know, so making it easier for JQ guys to switch over. And then, and the Strat, yeah, the guitar. People have asked a lot of times, so I need to show this. So, almost knocked that. Yeah, so this is actually, it was my first guitar that I got a long time ago, and it was a really cheap, it was a Williams, I think it was called. It was one of those guitars that you buy kids, like a guitar plus amp. So I just got rid of the logo and then got it painted blue and then put some stickers on it to make it like a Green Day replica of the guitar that Billy Joe from Green Day has. So that's it. But there's no, oh yeah, and then I changed, obviously, on an electric guitar, the electronics is what makes it good or bad, in my opinion. I mean, I doubt that the body really makes a big difference. So I just got a Seymour Duncan pickup, put it in there, and different pot. These don't do anything actually, only the volume. Got rid of the switch, it doesn't do anything. And for playability, I think it's probably my easiest guitar to play. So I really like this one. No time to play it now. Maybe I'll play something for you at some point. So that's that. And okay, so I'll just one more thing. I will show you the Instagram. There we go. So yeah, so here, so goggle bags are coming. Here is where they were made, in Nigeria, by Elutipe. Here's her with some bags before she sent them over. And this is what she really wants to do. She wants to make dresses and stuff. So she pretty much every weekend she sends me some pictures of her going to church. Very super religious over there. Always going to church on Sunday, and looks like she makes dresses for herself and her friends, and then they go dress up and go to church. So yeah, that's what she wants to do. So when you get some goggle bags or sunglass bags, this is what it's supporting. So there you go. That's the story. JQ Threads, it's kind of been a side project for a really long time. 2014, I think, started. Still, even now, not really sort of working. I guess this is working. Like, for her, it's working right now. For me, it's not really working. But it's good. It's all about the stories and the opportunities we can provide. Maybe one day, if one day the RC racing side is a bit... if the RC racing side takes less of my time one day, maybe I stop caring about my own racing in a few years or something like that. Maybe Mayako is going well. I'm just sort of the designer. Other people are doing all the other stuff. I have more time for myself, then, you know, put more effort into this and make something more out of it. Salty Joe is asking me to show you my violin. Well, I don't have my violin here, so I can't show it to you. I haven't been reading comments at all. See, that's the value of the super chats. Send me $1 and I'll see your question. But we have to be done now because I have shit to do. Let's just take a couple of questions here. Pictures are great. This was probably about the goggles. Thank you. I used the same camera that I'm filming this. It's a Canon EOS 250D. I think it's called Rebel or something, or SL3 or something in America. It has a different name. And VRC Pro, someone asked about that too. I don't really know. I mean, I know that Martin Wolanka raced VRC religiously and then finished second at the Euros in 8-scale off-road in 2000 something, 13, 14, 15, something. That was pretty amazing. Because, yes, he raced RC in real life too, but he was sort of better in VRC, like he was winning stuff, world championships or whatever they had on there, right? So he was really good at that. And then he sort of got really good at real RC racing too, 8-scale and 10-scale off-road too. And it sort of happened quite suddenly. So maybe for him there was something there. There was something to it. No FX. Yep. No FX sticker on the guitar, yeah. There was basically the bands that I listened to when I was growing up. They have their stickers on there. Bad Religion, No Effects, Sum 41, Green Day, Offspring. I don't think there was no Offspring sticker, so Blink 182, Nirvana, Foo Fighters, Sex Pistols, and of course Jimi Hendrix. Not that I listen to Jimi Hendrix, but if you play guitars, you have to respect Jimi Hendrix. Okay, we got one last super chat here. Ads RC Racing again. What do you think of American driver Mo Lester? I don't even know who that is. Should I know? Did you get it? Mo Lester. Leicester. The Molestchester. It's pretty good, huh? What was the one last time? I can't remember last time. There was a pretty good one last time also. Mo Lester. There was a Mo Lester on the news just recently. Some Republican. Anyway, thanks a lot for that. I need to go. We got through quite a bit of questions. And yeah, be good. It's Easter. Hope you get a bunch of Easter eggs. Kinder Surprise. Oh yeah, but Kinder's banned in America, isn't it? JQRacing OnlyFans? We don't need OnlyFans. No practice laps today. I haven't been driving now. There's still some snow outside. And I haven't been running 10 scale either. Need to get that 10 scale video done, by the way. Anyway, we're done here. So we're going to e-buggy this. Thanks for watching. Peace.